Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Lost. This is the final episode of the first season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. Speaking about links in the description, we have been running our most likely to dislike characters of this season, and now it's time here in the final episode to reveal your results whilst also revealing mine. It's going to be so interesting to see. We do have quite a big cast, and you know, from reading the comments, people are conflicted and going back and forth against like different characters. You know, I can see quite a lot of love for Locke, and also a little bit of you know, like angerness and hatred towards him for like the stuff that he's done to Boone, and obviously the secrecy that he's been having with the Hatch as well. And you know what, he's very interesting, and I'm excited to see obviously how the polls go. Also, speaking about polls, we do continuously run the next show poll that is in the description as well. 3 votes are always allowed on that one. And the reason why we're watching today's, obviously, series is because Lost did win one of those. But also, Westworld did win one as well. So just to let everybody know that the next episode on the channel is not going to be the first episode of the second season of Lost. Sadly, for everybody who loves the show, it's going to be Westworld. Yes, because that did actually win before Lost, but the YouTube chose this one first. Westworld is posted on the Patreon already. You can go over there and start watching it. But the first 2 seasons are 10 episodes. The next 2 seasons are 8 episodes. That does mean, obviously, we're going to finish Lost, do 1 season of that, which is literally, let's just say, a week, and then back into Lost again, and then back to that, and back again. You guys vote for every show that comes onto the channel, and it's only fair to just post it that you guys have chosen. So that is just the way we're going to go. We're not going to ignore Westworld, because obviously it did win a vote. We're going to stick it on here and then alternate through it. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. If you just want to jump into today's full episode, just use the timestamps below to get into the main video. But if you're interested to see the most likely to dislike characters, we're going to jump over there and do that now. So here we are in our most disliked characters of season 1. Now, you know, I'm very interested to see who everybody picks. I'm fully expecting everybody just to slap it on Ethan, you know, just because he's come in, he's caused craziness, he's killed a couple of people, he's took Claire's baby, and you'd think, you know what, definitely pick him. But also, I also think that we're moving on to a 25 episode season. He's actually only been in it for like 3 episodes, and to me, I don't want to pick somebody who's had not as much impact onto the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he's been in it and he's caused a bit of chaos, but I also feel like somebody who's been in it for the majority of the season does deserve a vote. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, realistically, if I'm being totally honest, yeah, from the actions that he's done, I would pick Ethan. But in terms of me watching it, I'm going to pick somebody who's in it quite a lot. And I'm actually probably going to surprise a lot of people. And I do not dislike this person, but when I'm saying I'm picking it from people who's been in the show quite heavily, I'm actually going to pick Kate. Why? Yes, only because I can't trust you, Kate. You know, there's been many episodes where I've not liked certain decisions that you've done, and I feel like you withhold information quite a lot. And also the information when, what is it, Sawyer had to kind of expose you just to get his place back onto the raft. I felt like, you know, you kind of instigated that and it was unnecessary yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, you thought you was like the big woman in it, and you was going over there, and if I want your place on the raft, I'll take it. Do you know what I mean? And backed him into a corner. Michael ended up like kicking him off the raft, isn't it? And then he's had to come fighting back and exposing you yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also feel like there's loads of other situations, like well, we're sorry again with the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, in that case, she was pretending that she didn't want it, and then she did, and then she was fighting for it, and she's also lied to Jack about, obviously, oh yeah, the key's not here, and she sleight of handed it out of the wallet. Even when we got the backstory, she ended up killing that doctor. Well, first of all, he shouldn't have got in the car, but the whole thing was kind of like unnecessary. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, we had that whole episode as well when she robbed that bank, and then she only done it for that little plane, which again, it fit the storyline once we got it later on. But it was just like, I feel like there's just loads of kind of unnecessary things that Kate does, slash, I don't know, it's like mysterious around her, where like other characters, I can kind of see them, I can kind of get them, and they don't stress me out as much. But if I'm being totally honest, I like Kate. I am not saying I dislike her, but that is a reason. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a build up for the whole season. It's not just a couple of episodes of Ethan, it's been the whole show. So that's my vote. Hopefully guys understand where I'm coming from. I like Kate, but that's my justification for it. Let's have a look. And there you have it. Here is the most disliked characters from season 1 from you guys. So here we see Shannon has taken top spot with Kate as well. So I was actually really shocked, because on the Patreon, when we did run the actual vote before the YouTube, it did come out that Kate was actually number 1 with Shannon and Ethan in their positions. But obviously, if you look at this right now, Shannon has kind of leapfrogged over Kate only by, well, basically the same the same votes. They both got 7 with 6 on Ethan. But I was actually shocked at the time because obviously I didn't expect people to pick Kate. But, you know, like I said, the reason I chose her was because she's a good character. She's just done many stressful things, in my personal opinion. And I also feel like she's untrustworthy because she withholds a lot of info. But I can understand why people might pick Shannon because, you know, when she was kind of first introduced, she didn't really want to pull the weight and help on the island, didn't she? She wasn't really, you know, great to Boone, if that makes sense. Obviously, I believe that she firmly, fully loved him, and a brother-sister relationship and siblings, you know, you're always going to get the, you know, mean and angry and just you do that one and I'll do this one and back and forth. So I ain't got a problem with that, you know what I mean? That is literal siblings. Everybody argues. That's the way they are. But also, there were certain times on the island as well where Shannon probably could have pulled away and helped, and she was even negative towards herself, like, I can't do this, I can't help, I'm not good enough, I don't know French. It's like, Shannon, mate, you're the only one here that could even give a possible translation. So, you know what I'm saying? Instead of putting yourself down, you know, everybody's looking eyes on you, being hopeful. You could be a saviour, you know what I mean? She had to fire the rocket. Do you remember when I think it was supposed to be Boone, Sawyer, and Locke? But no, it wasn't Locke, and she's supposed to fire a rocket that time. Do you remember? It was supposed to be, was it Boone, Sawyer, and Saeed? And she nearly forgot to do it as well because she's having a conversation on the beach. You know what I mean? So I can understand why people pick Shannon. I'm not going to be too harsh on her, to be honest. I don't think she's that bad. I feel like she's a young teenage girl, so to speak, stuck on an island. She's upset. She's lost a brother. Do you know what I mean? Like, she was really hopeful that she was being rescued. That's the reason why she didn't kind of pull away at the start. And that's the reason why I kind of didn't bash her. It's not like I dislike anybody on this list. I just picked Kate because she stressed me out a little bit. But I can understand picking Ethan as well. He tried to take the baby, you know what I mean? He tried to hurt Claire. And, you know, he was the main threat, so to speak, this season. And Charlie ended up taking him out, which is interesting. I didn't expect it at the time. So, yeah, I can see why he's got the votes. Very interesting, though. Good little mix there. You know, quite a lot of people have had a couple of votes, so you love to see it. You love the variety. And I would like to thank every person that's obviously taken part. Now, I can't wait to see who you guys have voted for in your most liked character. And here we are on the most liked character of the season. Now, again, you know, I kind of tossed, you know, like a toss-up between 2 characters here. If I'm being totally honest, I like a few. I think character progression has been very good onto this show, if I'm being totally honest. You know, I do feel like Charlie's had a good character progression. At first, I didn't know really what to make of him, and if I really liked his character, if I'm being totally honest. And as the show's gone on, I just like how, well, I like how he cares loads about Claire, but I also do feel like he fancies her a little bit. But I do like as well how it looks like he's done well with the drugs, but let's hope that carries on. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he, well, we had that episode where we seen him steal from that woman's house, and I've got to give a shout out to the makeup and costume designers as well. They're so good, making him look like he's proper suffering. I like how he shouts as well. He's a God's sake, Hurley, you know, he acted like a bloody lunatic. Do you remember when they went over to the bridge and Jack was telling, just wait there, we'll come round, and he's like, no, I'm going over. To be honest, Hurley's been pretty decent as well. He's like a lovable guy. He actually is. He just seems like a big guy who just wants to give everybody hugs, you know what I mean, like he done with Danielle after he told her the story. I really do like him. But my 2 characters that I'm gonna, you know, file it down to is, surprisingly, Locke, because all season I've been kind of guessing, are you another or not? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got a big mysterious thing going around him. I feel like he's been heavily involved in lots of different things, and I just feel like the story with Boone, with the plane, with the hatch, with his obviously not being able to walk as well, it just, the whole mysterious thing around him has intrigued me a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I also feel like Jack has done very well this season in terms of, I've got to say though, Jack does annoy me quite a bit in a lot of situations, but I also like the fact that he's a doctor, so you do expect him to put everybody first, and he dives in there and he wants to help everybody. That's obviously his nature and his profession, but I do like that as well. He's willing to just go straight after it, fast. You know, Ethan, let's run. Do you know what I mean? Charlie's taken. Let's go in that cave. Let's go after him. Let's fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's doing everything. Let's get Boone. Let's save him. Let's cut his leg off. We need to do this. He's great. He's actually really good. We need blood. I'll do it myself. Let's be honest, you know, Jack is a good, well, so far it seems like a proper team player. And, you know, that is why I'm choosing between them 2. The reason why I'm going to pick this character is because I've just said it there, team player. That is what I like. So far, you haven't been one, Locke. You've been a very interesting character, and you've intrigued me, and I'm liking all the stories that are going around you right now, and I still got a big question mark to like who you actually are. But big team player, someone who's helping everybody, willing to obviously like put himself first and go after the people if it's even willing to hurt himself to save everybody else. That's why I'm picking Jack, and I'm interested to see who you guys choose. Here we have it. Here is the most liked characters of season 1, voted by you guys. And the interesting thing is, from the Patreon vote, the ranking system was Jack, Locke, and Charlie in the first, second, and third place. And now you guys have obviously come in and done your votes as well. It's kind of changed a little bit, and Locke has taken top spot with Jack in second, and Sawyer has creeped up joint third with Charlie. With Hurley, 3 votes, you know, close taking that spot as well. And it's interesting to see, well, Kate's only got 1 vote here, but there's many characters, if you can see scrolling down a little bit, that haven't even received 1. And she's got 1, and she was also in the most disliked as well. So it's interesting to see people's opinions. But Locke, you know, was back and forth, wasn't we, in a discussion that I was just about saying there with my opinions. And the reason why I settled on Jack was because obviously he was kind of there for the camp, right in there, trying to save everybody, willing to put himself on the line. Where Locke was more mysterious, wasn't there? Interesting character, I really do like him. But the reason why I chose Jack was obviously my opinions, and I believe probably the same reasons that you guys have voted for the mysterious and also the intriguingness character of Locke has cemented him in the number 1 spot. Now, again, you know, I think Locke is a great character, and I've got to hold my hands up. You know, I was suspecting him all season, me. I nailed my flag down. I was like, you're an other. I was thinking that maybe it was one. And so far, doesn't look like that, does it? So, you know, I've got to hold my hands up and say sorry, but I still feel like somebody in the camp could be. Who knows, though? It would be a twist if that does actually happen. That's the current votes. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today, and hopefully you guys are excited for the finale. If you are interested in obviously taking part in the most liked to dislike polls for the rest of the seasons, they're always going to be ran in the description around the end of the season. So obviously this is a new one. Not that many people are kind of like engaged in it. But, you know, usually with these seasons, as you start getting to 2 and 3, you can see the majority of the votes go way increasing more than we've got right now. So yeah, if you're interested and you're starting watching the episodes late into the seasons, the vote will be there. And if you're watching the seasons as they come out, as we get just over kind of midway and we establish the season's characters, it will start then. So hopefully you guys are excited to obviously take part in all of the other ones coming onto the channel. Okay, so that's where we currently are. Big thank you for everybody that takes part in all the polls on the channel. It really does help, and obviously none of this would be happening without you guys you know, taking part. Like I said, you know, next episode will be a Westworld episode, just because you guys have voted for it and I want to stay true to you and obviously the votes that you guys pick. If you're interested to see the next show on the channel, please do check the link in the description. I think, what is it, Prison Break is currently winning. So if you're excited for that, go over there and smash more votes onto it. If you want to pick something else, I think Sense8 is getting close. Choose that as well. I'll put some recommendations in there and I'll put some new shows in and we can go and have a look at those as well. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode. Yeah, I saw it. Something big was over there in that bush. Whoa, what's that? Jack left his bag. Kate looked like it had it still on. Lock! Sounds like a machine. And now he's scared this time. He thought he was sick, didn't he? And he's now scared. It sounded like a machine, like cogs was turning. He's on his bike now. Look, he's not happy. What is happening? What's getting jacked in the ground?
I need the dynamite. No, it's in my bag. Go get it, hurry, go!
It makes sense. I was gonna moan. I actually was gonna moan that she was running with it.
Just let me go. What? I'll be all right.
No!
Oh, that's deep, that. Whoa, did you see that black mist? I was gonna say, mate, honestly, yeah. First of all, I'm happy that these are on the boat. I'm liking how they're switching. I am. No, last episode, we flicked through everywhere. We had a bit of Danielle, bit of Charlie, you know, with Saeed. We had a bit of Locke. We had Shannon, you know, still getting over Boone. Going to Jack as well. We dived over here. We had these. We had a backstory of Charlie as well. And we was going for... It makes sense. At first, we established the characters. and we give like an episode each, now you can easily ping across everywhere and tell us the storylines, because we should know who they are and what's going on. So I'm liking it. But I was going to say, I would have been really, really mad that Kate had the dynamite in her back, because she was running, absolutely sprinting through those trees. And last episode, we've seen somebody literally get blown up because he moved a little bit too quick or something. Do you know what I mean? And I noticed that Jack took his bag off and so did Locke. And I was going to say, how's he got it? Because he drew the short straw, but he's obviously switched it up. I'm glad they addressed it.
Your wife? Wife made this for you? Yeah, I wish she made one for me. So what words are in here? English words. What can you say? Say eat. Yeah, she did you well. Hope you know how lucky you are, man. It's yours.
If he throws it in the sea, Michael's gonna be fuming.
You. Thank you.
Thanks. Aaron is a beautiful name. They were bringing back.
Could be a trap. Knew it. That's a pretty good trap, that, actually.
You're going to have to go back.
No, I'm not going back. You're gonna have to fix it.
I'm not a doctor.
You're a soldier. What do people do when they get wounded?
Yo, I tell you what, that blood splatter thing looks real, man. It actually, it's just the way it is all down his face and hand.
Gunpowder.
Remove the towel and tilt your head back.
Oh, it's pretty deep, that, actually, isn't it? Oh, that looks hanging, that. Fucking, I mean, that's gonna hurt mad, mate. Yo, that was well inventive. I've got to say, you know what, I'm gonna give it to him. Here's your clap, costume designers, because I've mentioned it about 5 times this series, and you know what I mean? And to keep catching my eye, I've got to give you credit. The makeup is very good.
20 minutes? Look, I can't miss my flight. My mom's birthday's tomorrow. Excuse me! Come through, excuse me! Excuse me!
Yo, bad luck does happen to him, though. It actually does.
No! No! Look at me! My mom's birthday's tomorrow. Today, I don't know. I don't really get the whole time change.
The airline has a policy that a man of your size must purchase 2 tickets.
What?
I'll purchase all the first class.
On the flight out here.
Am I going to have to weigh you, dear? It appears that your flight is already boarding in the Oceanic International Terminal.
Rushed all this way and then end up being in a plane crash.
Dude, back of the line. I'm gonna miss my... No. Back of the line. You don't understand. This is back of the line.
There's Mr. I got blown up last episode.
You're taking the computer out now? Give me $500 to borrow your scooter. I just had a hip replacement. I need this thing. $1,600. Look out. Oh, look out. Oh. Hold the door!
This is your lucky day.
Don't end up being his lucky day.
What?
That number? 23?
The guy who called the feds on me back in Australia for a $23,000 reward.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
No.
That was actually really interesting. I liked that little bit from Hurley. He like didn't really kind of need to be there, but like it was just fun to watch, if that makes sense. The guy's just running all over the place. Now again, the interesting thing is, you can see that now he's got money, he kind of just throws it around, like not like wasting it, but kind of like, you know, he paid the guy off like to get his car, and then obviously it's kind of broke down, and then obviously he's gone there, he's in the wrong terminal, and he has to buy an extra seat, you know what I mean? He's running again, he's got to pay extra money just so he can get on that little scooter to get there. Like, it's funny, isn't it? Because like when you got no money, like say like a normal Joe Blogs like myself, I wouldn't pay 10 quid to get on one of those little scooters, you know what I mean? But like, if I won like 100 million like him, that becomes nothing, doesn't it? It's literally pennies, and he's just throwing it out there. But again, it's his lucky day that he got on that plane, and then obviously it's just crashed. So I know that we were saying in the episode when he was saying his bad luck, and they said you make your own luck. I agree with that. You do make your own luck. You got to be in it to win it, so to speak. If you're not there, you're not in it, then you can't win it, can you? So you deserve that bit of luck because you actually put the effort in. But bad luck is a thing, and it seems like it's a massive occurrence around him, I'm not going to lie.
What the hell was all that about back there, John? You asked me to let you go. It wasn't gonna hurt me. No, John, it was gonna kill you. I need for you to explain to me what the hell's going on inside your head, John.
I think that's why you and I don't see eye to eye sometimes, Jack. Because you're a man of science. Well, I'm a man of faith. Think we crashed on this place by coincidence?
And who brought us here, John?
The island. Boone was a sacrifice that the island demanded. What happened to him at that plane was a part of a chain of events that led us here. All of it happened so that we could open the hatch.
No, we're opening the hatch so that we can survive. I don't believe in destiny.
Yes, you do. You just don't know it yet.
I'm sorry, sir, but the special wheelchair that we use for loading the disabled passengers, well, no one seems to know where it is right now. There's nothing I can do.
I can get Michelle. We can carry him off.
We go. Here's your seat.
You know what I've never thought? What if you need to piss? Oh, that would be actually really annoying, wouldn't it? If you couldn't just do, if everything was just in reach of you, but you couldn't grab it.
Take these extra sticks back a couple 100 yards.
Can I have a flashlight? Because the torch on the dynamite thing not making a whole lot of sense to me.
Jack and I will read the charges.
Oh, that was really interesting, actually. Do you know, he's just got on that plane, and I was saying I would accept being lifted on. It is embarrassing, but I've been in positions where people don't give a crap about anybody in their job, and I kind of see it as a little bit of a positive that people are willing to still help you, and I wouldn't say go out of their way, but doing something out of the ordinary to still make sure that you're okay in getting on your flight. You know, I've been in so many positions before where people are like, it's not my job, I'm not asked, you know what I mean, and just push it aside, let somebody else deal with it. But from Locke's point of view, it is upsetting, and it's so hard. And I go toilet all the time. Like, literally, I must have a wee like 15 times a day, no joke. So I couldn't sit in that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to do him on a flight, honestly. Like, I need to go all the time. So it's crazy when you think, I've never even thought about it like that before. But if they don't get into this capsule now with that dynamite, there's no chance of him ever getting into it. It's their best opportunity.
I turned it on a little while ago.
Sight said every hour.
5 minutes, no more.
What I like about you, Mike, got the patience of a saint. Seen the way he talks to you. I'd have showed him the back of my hand a long time ago.
Is that what your father did to you?
Shot himself when I was 8.
Why's a guy who only cares about himself want to risk his life to save everyone else? The way I see it, there's only two choices. You're either a hero or you want to die.
What? What'd you do, though? Did you keep it on for longer than 5 minutes?
Something's out there.
There's a good chance he'll see the flare, but then if they don't, you fucked it. Oh, mate, I don't know what I would do on that, honestly.
There's no footprints, no tracks.
I'd hide.
I can hear you. Come out. You have to give us the baby.
I just wanted my Alex back.
Where are they?
You started the fires yourself.
I heard them whispering.
You're a nut job.
The others said they were coming for the boy.
Has she ever seen the others, though? Has she actually ever said that she's seen others? I do believe there is others on the island, though. Somebody's lit that.
As far as it goes.
It's far enough. I'll light it. You take cover. There'll be enough burn time for me to get clear.
You survived this. You survived tonight. We're gonna have a lock problem. And I have to know that you got my back.
I got your back.
No.
Stop! Stop! We can't do this! Hurley! Hurley! We can't! Hurley, you gotta get back!
Can't believe we come back to this. It's getting closer. I'm sure it was like more rings away.
What is it? Is it the ship?
We don't know, little man. We don't know.
We don't know what it is. It could be anything. A piece of floating junk.
We don't even know if Saeed's radar works.
You ever known I gotta fix something up that don't work?
Please, God.
You literally have one chance. You just need to sit and look at that radar. Is it getting closer? Yeah, it's a boat.
Hey! You wanna play the plane crash? We're gonna hide it for a month, man! How about that? Only the thing is, we're gonna have to take the boy.
Oh, they're the others.
Who are you people?
Sorry, get your gun out.
Give us the boy.
Oh, they've got a gun. Oh, they shot him. Oh, Jin straight in there. Go on, lad. Oh, they're all in the water. What have we just seen there, mate? I can't believe it. That was good. What a twist. That's a pretty good twist this season. Like, last episode with Danielle taking the baby. Now, obviously, now we've kind of got the story behind it. It kind of makes sense, even though I don't agree with it. You know what I mean? It does make sense. But this one, man, that was unexpected. First of all, it was a toss-up between should you or should you not shoot it. I can't blame them for ended up shooting it. So, at the end of the day, it was a boat. You seen it, you shot it, the boat turned out to be not the people you wanted. But it could have been anybody that turned up. Luckily for, well, unlucky for you, it was, I'm assuming that's the others. You know, it seemed like they took Alex, it seemed like they might have wanted Claire's kid, and obviously it seems like they want Walt. But it was a mad twist, actually. And, you know, they've got boats, they've got weapons, they've got guns themselves, so they are heavily stacked. And, like, they just blew their boat up. And now Jin, Sawyer, shot, and Michael are in the water, and they're miles away as well. Honestly, they're so far away. They're going to have to just get on a bamboo bit or get on whatever's left that's floating and just hope they can drift back to the island, because it's going to take ages. I don't know how long they've been out here. I'm just going to class it as one day. That's what I'm going to assume it's one day. It's the first night that we've seen, but that was so unexpected. It was good. He's got to have a scar there, hasn't he? Maybe he took that right, just so he can look at it and think about his strength. His hair's so much longer, though, on the island than it is there. I'm surprised he don't fly first class, to be fair, considering he can, and it was his comic that he found and threw onto the fire then. Have they got it open? Yes. How deep do we think it goes? Pair of steps. And there's a lot of missing ones. But let's be honest, right? Those access stairs there do not look the best, you know what I mean? Like, as we was going down, those rungs started to look decayed, and there was a lot of missing them as well. Once you get a distance apart, you're not going to get down. So, like, I'd be fascinated to see how deep it actually is. But, like, the access or the way down there doesn't look like it's feasible. So, like, I feel like they have to make their own way down. And I think it was interesting then, because you could see them, like, opening it. Hurley was in the back doing like a cross on his body, do you know what I mean? So he's still scared. I like that little segment there. It was kind of like showing everybody that was like, I don't know, on the plane / on the island. But it got me thinking, do you remember that woman that said that she believes her husband's still alive? And where is she? She's only been in like 2 episodes or 3, and I'm hoping that she's in it like next season or the one after, and like we can actually reunite with some of the people from the back end of the plane, because like I said, mate, it's easy for them to do that. We've lost half the plane. We don't know if there's any survivors. Boom, we found the back of the plane. Loads of new people in the show. Do you know what I mean? Like, dead easy. You could revamp the cast. You could have a lot in it right now. You could die quite a lot of them off, and then you could pick it up in season 3, finding the other half and bringing them all back. So I think so far it's been really good, and there's some crazy stuff happening. That is going to wrap up the finale of the first season of Lost. Thank you so much for checking out the channel today. Thank you for every single person that's taken time to vote in the most liked to dislike characters of the polls. Did you expect those results? You know, it's very, very interesting. Everybody has different opinions, and you know, I love doing these polls, and if you're interested, they will be running for all of the seasons that we do post on the channel of this show, as well as one at the final very end, where we're going to be doing the top 3 characters of the whole franchise. So you can know, you can have 3 votes, and the top 3 will be aggregated. I might also run a continuous one for the favourite seasons, because it doesn't give any spoilers away, and you know, I'll just stick it in there and you can vote 3 times from that, and that could be open starting from 2nd season, to be honest, onwards. I love doing them, and that's what makes the channel the best, to be honest. Reading everybody's comments, which I do apologise, like I don't really get round to everybody's enough. There's quite a lot of videos on the channel, and when everybody does start commenting, it's really hard to actually, you know, like read all the YouTube ones and comment on them, especially when we've got like 300 or 400 going, and then you got the Patreon as well. So if I don't comment back, just know that I do read them. Even if it takes 30 seconds to comment, it sounds so simple, but when you add like 50 of them a day, it takes up a lot of time. So I do love reading them. I can read them rapid when I'm going like in the gym and stuff, and you know, this is what makes the channel great, because obviously reading your opinions and telling me stuff that I miss as well, that's the key part. When I watch a show, I'm just watching it in me now, and then once it gets posted, that's where you get educated. You've missed that. How can you be so stupid, mate? Why have you not thought of this? You know, wonder what's this happening? And it's like, oh yeah, mate, that makes total sense now. You know, people are dead good, and they've seen it so many times to pick up on all these little features. And I can't wait to deep dive into obviously everything that's going on with Sawyer, Michael, Jin. Obviously, like, how are they getting back to the island? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking now that they're going to have to grab onto something that was destroyed and hope that they could drift back. But what the odds all three of them doing that? What the odds Sawyer's going to survive after being hit with the bullet? Do you know what I mean? He's been injured now, and now he's in the sea, salt water as well. Probably good for his wound, to be honest, but obviously, like I said, the main talking point has got to be Walt being taken. Third time lucky, it seems like, for them. Actually, not third time lucky. First time lucky with Alex. Second time unlucky so far with Aaron. Third time lucky with Walt, you know. Yeah, great that you built that boat and great that there's people on the island, but yeah, we're going to have to take the boy. That was crazy, definitely unexpected. Can't blame Sawyer for kind of getting angry and wanting to shoot the flare, to be honest. You know, you've been missing for over a month and now you distance yourself out. The whole point is to make yourself visible, isn't it, for something that's coming over in the shipping lanes. I wonder if they knew as well, intentionally come out knowing that that was going to happen, the others. Again, very interesting. The monster was going around, obviously, the island. It didn't, well, the first time we seen it, it didn't kill Locke, did it? It let him live, and he thought, I don't know, he thought it was great, wasn't it? Just a minute ago, he thought that he could survive, and then they'd just come over, he grabbed him, started dragging him in a hole. He was like, leave me, let me go, Jack, let me go, Jack. And obviously that's what's confusing Jack. He's just said that at the end there, you know, if we do manage to blow this open, I think we're going to have a lot problem. But again, you know, he's confident that he was going to stay alive. Basically, Locke was saying that he feels like the island there is destiny for everyone. You know, everyone was brought there for the island. And again, it's interesting to see that. Well, to me, it sounded robotic. It sounded like it was a mechanical object that had been constructed, and like it was on a chain, tick, 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 pulling Locke in like a reel, like someone threw a fishing rod out and pulled him in. So that was fascinating. Hurley's obviously seen the numbers. He's panicking. You can get it. I mean, I get it from his point of view. From Jack, Locke's and Kate's, I would still have blown it up. Do you know what I mean? Like, from Hurley's point of view, the numbers are bad news. From their point of view, it's the first time they've heard of it. Why would they not do it when this is obviously very interesting that's in front of him? And then let's just say big up to obviously Charlie and Saeed for actually going all the way there to the burning fire or whatever you want to call it. Nobody was there from the others, but I'm glad we actually have seen them and they come and took Michael. I mean, I'm not glad they've taken him. Sorry, Walt, but I'm glad that we physically seen that there's a few of them. We had 3 men and a female. It looked like he was driving a boat through the bomb, which is great stuff. And then obviously, like, I'm hoping that they've got a lot more. And like I said again, they managed to get the baby back off Russo, bring it back to the camp, and now obviously you can see that Saeed and Shannon are embracing. Seems like they're going to kind of rekindle themselves. And then we've also got Charlie and what's her name now? Claire embracing. The thing is, Charlie does have one of those dolls that does have the heroin in. I feel like that's a tease for us to make it look like he's taking it again. But like from my observation, I'm feeling like it's going to be a symbol of his progression, knowing that he used to be a heroin addict and it was right there in front of him and he's got all of this heroin that he could actually just smash and take, but he's strong and he's growing and he doesn't need to, and it's a resemble of something that where he was to where he is now. Do you know what I mean? Because if he wanted to keep it discreet, because they all know that they said, well, the people that have been there know that that's heroin, and like he could have easily just took the stash, you know, all the little bags. He could have took them and put them in his pocket. He don't have to take the angel. It's so obvious, that angel, but the bags, it wouldn't have been. It could have been discreet. Also, my question is, those little bags that he has, how long does one of them bags last? Does he pretty much have an endless supply of drugs until, like, on the island? Because, say, you smash one of them, you know, one of them things up, and then inside there's 20 bags. How long does that last? If there's 30 of them, and that means, obviously, you know, 20 bags each, 30 of them. Would that last him for years? Or did he go for it rapid when they know that they've got an endless supply of it? Do you know what I mean? I actually have no idea, and it would be interesting to know, but what a great season. Love it. You guys recommended it. I can't thank you enough. Can't wait to watch season 2. Sadly, we're going to be pausing. You know, like, boo, you know what I mean? Like, the people who don't know that we run the polls on the channel, they're booing the channel because obviously we're going to jump over to the next season of Westworld and finish that, hit that before coming back to season 2. The poll was so tight. If you don't know and you're new to the channel, we run polls in the description to select the next show. Whilst obviously we're still posting the 100, but we finished it on the Patreon, Westworld was the clear winner and we've already started posting it. But as we come onto the YouTube for your guys' votes, you took Lost. It literally leaped from Westworld. So we've already started that. So what we're going to do is alternate the seasons. So if you didn't know, finish season 1, going to dive over there, watch 1 season of that, and then back here for season 2. And that's what we're going to do until we conclude Westworld and the 100. I mean, we've watched the 100 days. This is Lost. That's what we're going to do until we finish that one. So if you want to choose the next series on the channel after this, in the description, we'll always be there. Have your say. That's what the channel is all about. We only watch shows that you guys recommend. So thanks very much, everyone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please smash a like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.